The results of this study indicated that 8.6% of the English adolescents had engaged in self-harm in the previous year, and 13.2% had done so at some point in their lives. The study also identified several factors associated with deliberate self-harm. Females had a risk of self-harm behavior that was 4 times as high as their male counterparts. Additionally, pupils living with one parent, as well as those who engaged in risky drinking behaviors, used or abused drugs of any sort, and had experienced any physical or sexual abuse, reported self-harm at higher rates. This was also true for individuals who identified as LGBTQ and had a diagnosed mental illness. Finally, adolescents who were more impulsive and had negative self-regard also seemed to be more at risk of self-harm, although impulsivity was not an independent factor in males. The results of this study are very important because they show that the prevalence of deliberate self-harm is alarmingly high. Although self-harm should not be equated with suicidality, the study found that 15% of students reported suicidal ideations in the past year, which indicates that such feelings could lead to self-harm behaviors. After the publication of this study, several others were conducted, including one amongst American college students, which found the even higher prevalence rate of 17%, like I mentioned earlier. That study also found that 75% of those students engaged in self-injurious behaviors more than once, and that, in many cases, the students indicated no one knew about their self-injurious behavior. In some cases, self-harming behavior represents a transient period of distress, but in others, it is an important indicator of mental health problems and risk of suicide. Most importantly, this demonstrates the need for development and evaluation of school-based programs for the promotion of mental health, as well as appropriate resource allocation and support for those struggling with self-harm. Further potential approaches include routine screening of adolescents to identify those at risk, promotion of helplines, use of self-referral agencies, and school counseling services.